Up on the up and up. It's like another episode about to be in the can. Get this shit started, get this shit rolling. Make sure that everything is up. All right, look like we might. All right, sound like we're good.
And I just made it back.
Yeah, I know. Sound like we're up and going. I can hear myself. That's good. First in frame rates, episode 82. Man, look, we got a lot to talk about. Not only like just within these topics alone, we got a lot to cover. Things happen throughout the day. Things that just been added to the podcast as far as Antonio Brown. We already said we're going to talk about NFL Week 1, Superstar KO, this mode in Madden, NBA 2K, NHL 20. Both of the expectations, what these guys here, they're going to talk about what they expect in those games. This is First and Framers episode 82. Myself, VF Baller. If y'all didn't notice, I got my avatar finally up. Y'all see that, right?
Yay!
So it took me long enough to figure that out. And like I said, I'm VF Baller, Bill's Fourth, DJ 81. We're all in here once again to give you another dose of some great, commentary, opinions, thoughts on sports gaming, actual regular gaming, and just sports in general. Bill's, what's been going on? First of all, Bill's just dropped the song recently. I think I'm gonna put that in the chat so everybody can know what to listen to. Phenomenal rendition of a song that he remade. I love it. I had it on repeat all day yesterday. My wife loves it. Everybody that has
it.
yeah, man, no problem. Everybody that has been listening to it gave great high praise of it. So Bills, let everybody know what the song is, and just let everybody know what you've been doing this week.
Yeah, so I downloaded this app Smule that my manager told me to download, and basically it's it's just a mobile app where you can go on and redo songs, remake songs, and you can actually do duets with people, all kind of stuff. So I downloaded it yesterday. I was playing around with it, and I was like, I've never sang this song, How Will I Know by Whitney Houston. So I was like, I'll try it. And then I just, basically did one take and posted it, and everybody seems to love it. So, I mean, that's dope. I appreciate all the love that I got so far, and everybody's going to listen to it in the future. And that's not going to be it, because there's original music coming, and you're going to see your boy at a label pretty soon. So, just got to gear up for that.
I put the link on Twitter. I mean, I put the Twitter link in the chat, and I'm also going to post it again on Twitter so everybody can see what you got going on. It's a great rendition. I really, really like it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, I've just been, counting down the moments until we get our hands on 2K20. I'm not gonna be able to play it tonight because I gotta get up early and drop my mom off in the morning. So I'm gonna have to drive over to her crib at like 6. But yeah, other than that, I've been chilling.
Okay, what about you, DJ? What's been going on?
Nothing much. Just been chilling, preparing for the fall. As far as personal training has been concerned, just trying to set some things up, put some things in place. I'm a little bit more confident in what I'm planning to do with it. Other than that, just waiting for the kickoff to start for this game between the Bears and the Packers. I'm definitely not going to be playing. Or not definitely not going to be playing. I'm not going to be able to play NBA 2K20 when it comes out tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to NHL 20 when it comes out. And I'm also on Kids Move Suicide Watch. So
don't do that, man.
Yo, I don't think that Gears 5 is gonna reach a 90. Yo, I think he's done.
I already figured it out. It needs a 94 and above for the last. I think it was on 40 critics and I think 40 ratings, and I think the bet was 50.
Yes, 50. I know that.
It was 50. And for the last 10, he would need a 94 and above from each of those critics to successfully win the bet.
Well, he about to go ahead and give Blackbone and Jack Move some money. Yeah, that ain't happening.
It's possible, but hey.
I don't know, man. Kids Move.
Well, with that money, Jack Move can go ahead and buy some male strippers to do that dance in that video he was watching. So, everybody wins. Everybody wins.
No, I don't know about if everybody wins.
I was about to say.
Well, everybody but Kid. And Kid never wins. So that's that. The one thing I paid attention to, like I've heard about his wild bets that he makes, but what was that game that he was playing, and he had to beat it in 40 hours? I want to say
it was
Sekiro. Sekiro. Yeah.
So I was watching a lot of that stream, and I'm like, this nigga about to cry.
Yeah, he was
several times.
Yeah, it was looking real bad for him, man.
Like,
I wonder, is he really that bad, or is that just pure entertainment? Because there ain't no way. Because that's not the only game that he's been like trashing. It's no way.
I don't know. I think he gets in his own head, man. That's part of it. That's definitely part of it.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he's banking off of it.
Yeah, I mean,
he definitely.
So it's like it like he's the only one out of all the YouTube commentators that I've been watching that's been able to make bank off of how trash he can appear and how emotional and unstable he can appear. And I bet you, like not that I've seen glimpses, but everyone keeps saying that this dude is very intelligent, very smart, whatever. So it's just like he has a character, clearly has a character that he plays up to.
Yeah, that's what
it
looks like. But I don't want to touch on it too much longer. But that's what it looks like. That's what's going on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, whatever helps you get that money. We got a mode that's out on this Madden that we're going to talk about. But anyway, before we get to that, let's talk about the breaking news that happened today. Antonio Brown, they're planning on suspending him after this big hoopla that happened today.
I thought that they already did.
Well, wait, no. Let's hold off on that. Because now what's basically being said is he's basically going to miss week 1, but they don't know whether it's going to be a suspension or he's just going to be inactive because his agent is basically trying to work shit out right now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're planning on it, but as of right now, things are at a halt right now because of his agent is involved now. They don't know if they're just going to hold him out for one game. They don't know what's going on. Basically, Brown confronted Mike Mayock, which is the GM of the Raiders, and apparently he said he was going to roll up on him and punch him in the face.
Well, shit. I mean, he didn't say he was going to roll up on him. He said, I'm right here. I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah,
then punted that damn ball.
Yeah, but you kind of see what I'm saying. It's like basically,
I know exactly what he's saying.
He confronted him, and he's like, "Listen, this is."
He offered that fade.
They're right, So I'm like, I don't know what to make of it. I can't say if it's 100% true, but I'm looking at all the stuff that's been going on with Antonio Brown ever since week 17 of the Steelers game, and up till now. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt to say at least 75% of this what's going on is true. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Me personally, if it was me, I probably would. I don't know if I'll suspend him. I'll try my best to get rid of him. I don't even know if they can because they just got him. I don't think they could trade somebody that fast, but they got to do something with him because I think it's getting to the point where this is a relationship that's probably going beyond repair that I don't think they can fix it. So, what are your guys' thoughts about this whole situation and if they do suspend him or if like I said, if they suspend him, he could lose up to $30 million. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a big deal because he already said he got enough money for his whole life. But I mean, what are your guys' thoughts about this whole situation?
You can go first.
I look at it like this. I would like to trace back his erratic behavior and ask a question of, was he acting this bad before or after the concussion he suffered? Because it seemed like everything was hunky-dory fine up until he suffered that concussion. And then afterwards, it's been like wishy-washy, erratic behavior, and to the point where now he's on a different team and he's doing what I think is worse than probably what he was doing in Pittsburgh. I have a ton of questions for that.
You know what? That's a good assessment to think about because just because you had a concussion and you recover from that doesn't mean that your demeanor, your attitude doesn't change. Stuff like that can really alter your way of thinking. So I that is actually a pretty decent question to ask. What are your thoughts, Bill?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. All right, I got to be that guy because we got to make this an interesting conversation. We can't all just pile on AB. So this is what I'll say. Now I'm gonna look at the situation in Pittsburgh first. Based on the fact that James Harrison and Le'Veon Bell felt the same way that he did about Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin, I can't judge him for anything he did there. Antonio Brown just had the balls to speak up. He didn't sit out like Le'Veon Bell did, but he did speak up. So I can't knock him for that. Could he have gone about it a little bit differently, a little bit more maturely? Okay, fine. But he's not going to get the attention, and he's not going to get the attention, more importantly, on that situation and the power struggle that is Ben Roethlisberger versus anybody else on that team that wants to speak up. He's not going to get any attention on it if he just silently deals with it. So I can't knock him for that. This Oakland situation, the helmet thing was very near and dear to him. I can't knock him for it only because I found out how far back him and that helmet's relationship traced back. He's been wearing that same helmet for a long goddamn time. So I can't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to
him
laugh
and the helmet
because the way you said
Yeah.
that. That's it. That's all I tried.
Yeah,
on.
him and the helmet's relationship, it goes back. That was his day one helmet right there. So, I once again, I can't knock him for feeling that way about the helmet. And the reason he went home, a lot of people don't know. The reason he went home and the reason he's mad at Mike Mayock is because the way they voiced it in the media was AB's taking time off to go and rehab his feet. He can't run right now. He has frostbite. They even said it's a situation he couldn't avoid. It was a procedure that he does. He got frostbite in the bottom of his feet. His feet are, that's the way they voiced it, right? So then all of a sudden they come back and say, oh, by the way, here's this fine. That's what he's mad about because he didn't sit out because of the helmet thing. It wasn't the helmet thing. They made that clear. So for them to have a united front before giving the fine out, and then after trying to separate themselves, it's kind of childish on their part. And him posting it, I mean, shit, he was mad. There's been athletes that have done way worse. So for them to try to separate themselves from a situation that they really created by giving a clear reason why he left camp and then give out a fine after they did that in the media and wanted to act like they had a united front, I think that's more fucked up than anything because right now what we're looking at is AB being drawn up as the villain in the media. That's all it's been the whole time. But when you read through the facts, it's really overblown. So I can't knock him too much. That's just me.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, you got to understand, once you start something, it's just going to snowball. And once that one incident gets a lot of ratings, i.e. the cell phone incident when he was on Facebook Live back in the Steelers, they're going to find ways to continue to get that type of traction back. The media is going to I mean, that's just how it is. It sucks, but that's just how the way they roll. And it gets to the point where he's going to look like the bad guy. The helmet thing, I think the helmet situation was fabricated for Hard Knocks. It's just hard for me to believe that, all that bullshit was going on over a damn helmet. Maybe it's something that he really did like. I really believe that the producers of Hard Knocks said, hey, let's make this something into, bigger than what it is so people can actually watch. I don't think
the part that I think was fabricated was him threatening to retire.
Right.
I don't think that him taking that helmet very seriously was fabricated, but I do think that, they'll obviously just start throwing out bullshit that they pretend that they heard, like, oh, he's going to retire. He was never going to fucking retire.
I wouldn't be surprised that if it was for him. Maybe it wasn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was because, I mean, you got to have something there. You got one player that's out that his name has been in the limelight pretty much this entire offseason. and part of the regular season, you got to have something to add him into Hard Knocks. So I would not be surprised. Maybe you're right, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, this last situation that's going on now, if this really happened, like I said, all the stuff that's been going on prior to that, this right here supersedes a lot of things because you can't really be rolling up on your boss saying you're going to do this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You just can't do. I don't care how good you are, how talented you are. Those are some things you just can't do.
Now, I have a question for you two.
Okay.
Now, we all know Mike Mayock's background. It's not a football background. That motherfucker was an analyst.
Right.
This is no different than Stephen A. Smith becoming a GM of a basketball team, right? We all agree there.
Got you.
Do you think these players respect him?
They probably have something against them because you did come over from the media to all of a sudden run it like the personnel portion of the Oakland Raiders. He still has connects in the media, so it's just like,
and that's where I'm going because excuse me, watching Hard Knocks this season, everybody on that team loves AB. And if there was any time for them to look and say, oh, shit, here we go again with this bullshit, none of them did. So that leads me to believe that Mike Mayock is leaking a lot of this bullshit out there. And I don't know how much these players can respect him because they like AB so much. They will always take the side of a fellow player. Always.
See,
unless, of course, you're Ben Roethlisberger's bitch ass.
And it's funny. Yeah, I can actually relate to that because I look at a guy like Bruce Allen and a bunch of leaks that always seem to come out of Redskins Park, especially about Trent Williams' situation. Yeah. And it's just like, I look at the fact that the Redskins had a virtually non-drama type offseason. There's virtually nothing to talk about, no major injuries, no nothing. And the fact that, you've heard pretty much anything and everything about what has been going on with Trent Williams. Is he mad about this? Is he mad about his contract? Is he doesn't want to play for the organization anymore? The relationship is broken beyond repair. And then all of a sudden it's just like, well, seems like he'll be coming back sooner rather than later. And it's just like, really?
But see, I've dealt with it here. I remember when Malcolm Butler didn't play, the first thing that leaked was he was drunk the night before. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. And mind you, right? That was after Bill Belichick said in the media it was a football decision. No, he had to do something else. No, it was a football decision. So that's my thing. I won't say every player. A lot of players that leave here, they say it's not very fun to play here. They say that Bill Belichick has all the pull in this franchise. This is a one-man franchise. Even with Brady, it is a one-man franchise. They tried to trade that man. They tried to trade Gronk. They got rid of Moss. So when you look at it, there is a dynamic here with Mike Mayock that's going to be very interesting because I don't think these players respect him. They genuinely like AB. Even with this relationship between him and the Raiders organization starting out as bad as it possibly could, they still are huge fans of AB and genuinely like the dude being around camp and just playing with him. So this is going to be interesting.
All right, wait a minute. I'm looking at here. I'm looking at this tweet right here saying the reality here that the offseason drama is likely enough for the Raiders to avoid the $29 million salary guarantee. They can also go after the $1 million signing bonus based on the missed practices. All this means that Antonio Brown could then be released with zero dead cap. Oakland has a really good chance of letting this guy go if that's the case.
And you know what happened?
What's that?
A goddamn mutiny would happen. Because here's the thing.
Listen, I got what you're saying, and you want to be for the players. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that guy can go. If it's as toxic as they say it is, he can't go back over there and be dealing with the coach and the GM. There's no way. I don't care.
I
It's not
feel
going
you.
to happen. It's not going to happen. They can mutiny all they want. That's the problem they're going to have to deal with.
Wouldn't that be the second time in the Raiders organization a mutiny
right? I mean,
has happened?
So when you flip
because here's the thing.
Either way, it's a lose-lose for him. You're going to keep somebody that's going to end up punching the damn GM in the face, or you just have
because
here's badass,
here's the thing, VF.
Which one are you going to have?
No, well, here's the thing. Let's say they get rid of AB, right?
Mm-hmm.
How different are they than last year?
I don't even think what's on the field matters at this point.
But I'm asking you, even as far as the culture in the locker room, how different are they? Let's say you get rid of AB. They claim they had a winning attitude last year, right? What happened?
Like I said, at this point, that might not even matter, yo. Because if he's there, I don't think it's going to change. If this actually took place the way they say it did, I don't think it would matter either or. You're not getting W's either way. I
saw Draymond Green call Kevin Durant, and I know they're not the same level of teams, but I saw Draymond Green in a contract year for Kevin Durant call him a bitch and say we never needed you on the bench.
Okay, you think if he did that to Steve Kerr, you think it'd have been all right?
If he did it to Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, that shit would have been kept in house. First off, we wouldn't have found out about it.
But I'm just saying, if it was the case, you think it's going to continue to be a non-toxic situation?
He wouldn't be suspended.
You couldn't roll up on you can't roll up over your supervisors like that.
But this is what I'm saying, VF. We saw.
I mean, you can do it. The
indication, but we saw a clear indication of some crazy shit going on in that team the whole season, and they still found a way to play together.
I can understand that because that's player versus player. That's like Antonio Brown doing that to Derek Carr.
But Mike Mayock ain't gonna be on the sideline every Sunday.
But he's the GM. I mean,
AB doesn't have to deal with Mike Mayock though.
Okay,
he only has to deal with him if he's doing the shit that he's doing now when Mike Mayock is at practice.
All right, you look at the last 18 to 24 months. You think that's gonna change?
Bro, let's
be honest.
I honestly think if they never find this dude, which obviously they felt they had to, even despite the fact that I think it's kind of fucked up after you came out and said, oh, well, he's going to rehab his feet and we understand and blah, 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 blah. And then you go and find him. Even after all that, it's like, I think, honestly, if they didn't find him, this would be a non-issue and that motherfucker will be playing this Sunday. But the fact that he posts,
but then again, you're setting a precedent that people could just miss practices.
But here's my thing: who, based on what the media is reporting, who initiated this conflict? Mike Mayock.
Between them two,
Mayock.
Okay, so why would he roll up on AB like that? I know it's not
Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock took issue with AB posting that picture of his fine.
Okay.
So he took issue with it. What I'm guessing happened was AB came back and said, look, motherfucker, first off, you ain't even a football guy in the first place. So you can get the fuck out of my face. Secondly,
that's his position. But football guy or not, it could be Jesus off the street, but if he's the GM, that's his job to do that.
I get that. But what I'm saying is Mike Mayock initiated this.
Okay.
So because Mike Mayock initiated this, I can't say this is going to continue between him and Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown posted that picture and then said, fuck it. I will show up to practice. I will continue to play, but I'm making it known I was fined and I don't like how y'all had a united front when it was cool for y'all to do that shit and stay all buddy on Hard Knocks, but now we're off Hard Knocks and here comes the fine. That's what I'm saying. So it's like they can still operate. There'll still be a working relationship. He doesn't have to deal with Mike Mayock every week.
If they're talking about suspending him, it's still kind of hard for me to believe that it's going to be a working relationship. I mean, that's yet to be seen. But
if it's not a working relationship, it will not be because Antonio Brown is tearing that team apart. It'll be because Mike Mayock.
It's not about the team. It's just Antonio Brown in general being who he is.
But Gruden's been silent about this the whole time too.
Gruden been fucking up ever since he walked in the door. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, look, Gruden got 10 years to fuck up. So get used to it. My point is, Gruden's been silent the whole time about this, and Gruden doesn't hold his tongue about anything. Gruden wants Antonio Brown on this team. Who gives a fuck what Mike Mayock wants? That motherfucker ain't even a football guy, and he ain't even really, and he's not really pulling the strings because John Gruden's bringing in all the players.
You're asking somebody who's above everybody to fuck this person. It don't
Mike
work like
Mayock,
that.
bro. You honestly think in that organization Mike Mayock comes before John Gruden?
Well, you see what's going on now, right? Is John Gruden saying anything?
They haven't officially suspended him, and if they officially suspended him, it would be because John Gruden say, "Yeah, go ahead."
I want to see that personally. I don't believe that.
Mike Mayock has no reins over this team, bro. Didn't Gruden sign as the head coach and the team president? Isn't that what the job title says for him?
Yep. If you sign somebody for that long, they have to have more pull
on,
than
bro, they
just
signed
being a
up for
head
10.
coach.
Okay. So we're just saying that AB's just gonna be around doing the fuck he want to do.
No,
with Mike Mayock.
What I'm saying is,
it's just hard
if AB's not on that team, it'll be because John Gruden gave the okay to get rid of him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, now I believe that, but I mean, we're just sitting here trying to just poo-poo this man as a GM.
Because I won't poo-poo him as a GM. He didn't have shit to do with that team. John Gruden picked out all those players.
So why is this an issue with his name coming up then?
Because Mike Mayock is trying to flex his muscle and get respect inside the organization, and John Gruden's staying quiet because he knows at the end of the day, if AB's not on the team, it'll be because he says, yes, get rid of AB. So until he says something.
And plus, didn't AB he shouted out? John Gruden was like, thank you for supporting me.
Yes.
Okay, so now with the John Gruden, so now it's a Mike Mayock situation.
Bro, I'm not making it. What I'm saying to you is there is a difference between being what your title says and having a title. He is not the GM of that team any more than let me see if I can think of an example. He's not the GM of that team any more than the team president of the Patriots is the team president of the Patriots and not Bill Belichick.
Mike Mayock is Bruce Allen.
Yeah.
From my point of view. And people in DC do not like Bruce Allen at all. He's a figurehead. He's not a football guy. And anything he tends to say tends to just be like, whatever, you need to be fired. So
he's trying to have it both ways. You can't come out and vocally say you support him for leaving camp and getting his foot situation together, and in the same breath say, oh, by the way, here's this fine. And you think motherfuckers ain't gonna find out about this? After you went to bat, fake went to bat for him in the media. People ain't riding out with that.
Okay. All right, that's all I'm saying, bro. That's interesting. I think at the end of the day, this entire thing is going to be a shit show. I don't think this team's going to go anywhere.
Well, they weren't going anywhere with AB, but John Gruden would much rather be 7-9 than 4-12.
I think he doesn't care. He's making his money. He's the president. And he's just going to be there. To me, I still find it hard to believe that man is just sitting there just doing nothing. And he's
Mike
just
Mayock there. Mike Mayock.
I believe it when I see it.
Mayock. You know what Mike Mayock is?
I'm pretty sure y'all right, but I mean, it's just hard to believe to have all this out there. And
Mike Mayock better be happy with the name on the fucking door and the name on his goddamn parking spot in the fucking parking lot, because that's all that motherfucker's worth in that organization. That's all I'm saying. So
the next player just gonna roll up on him and do the same thing, and it's gonna be all right.
They got Vontaze Burfict on the team.
I'm just looking at the dysfunction going on because I don't care who you are. Listen. I'll just have to lead the fucking team. And me personally, if I was Mike Mayock, I would have to lead the fucking team and just punch John Gruden in the face for not even just putting me in a situation to be nobody.
Man, look. All I know is about this.
I don't care if a subordinate is not about to roll up on me and do that in the third. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, all I have to say about this situation with AB, and we can move on because it's going to be like this for pretty much everyone's going to talk about it for pretty much until something happens. But to me, AB is pretty much Simon Phoenix and Demolition Man. He's just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah,
So
and it's not helping the cause because you already see what happened for the past 18
there are a
months.
lot of things wrong with that organization.
Right.
So there are a lot of things going wrong.
Yeah, I
So
mean, like I said, ever since
John
Willie
Gruden is
Walker,
the only one that's doing the correct thing. Just
yeah,
let
believe
it
it or not,
go.
yeah, believe it or not, you're actually right. I mean, you can say what you want about all the moves and stuff that he's done this
Right.
past, since he walked in the door, but right now, I mean, just being quiet and trying to quote unquote keep things indoors, he's the only one actually trying to do something
John
direct.
It's
Gruden,
like they fighting. We're not
John
fighting.
Gruden looking like John Gruden look like a dumbass right now, if you ask me.
I mean that
Because
not
you
right.
brought you got your number one target, that you brought in, and you drafted two rookies who I told everybody they're not gonna match Khalil Mack's fucking pass rush. And then halfway through the season last year, you said, "Fuck, you know what I realized? We don't have a pass rush." No shit. Now you don't got an offense either. So good job.
We'll see what takes place. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other things that pop up with this organization down the road. Like I said, I mean, it's just weird. It's really jacked up what's going on there. Hopefully, things will play itself out, but I'm really not seeing that happen. Oh, NFL Week 1, we got the Bears and the Packers playing tonight. I'm taking the Bears personally.
Who's home?
Let's see.
Chicago.
Chicago is home.
I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers on this one. I think we're gonna have the gambler pop up in the middle of the game.
I'm gonna be honest with what offense?
Well, what offense?
Yeah,
bro. Does it matter?
Aaron Rodgers had 3 of his big time receivers out and went down to Miami and had to come back and won 4 of the last 5 or whatever crazy shit he did.
That's
It's Aaron Rodgers.
That's Miami.
I don't. And this is Chicago, who is now lacking a running game.
Their defense is pretty good.
Is Mitch Trubisky gonna put up enough points to outscore him?
He's not playing defense.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to play defense. They're gonna have to play offense too. There's 2 sides of the ball.
Same thing with the Packers. I don't think the Packers.
The Packers' defense has improved.
With who?
What do you mean with who? They just signed Amos, who was on the Bears.
And then they have a guy that was on the Redskins that he gets going.
Who are these people?
I can't remember his name.
Preston Smith.
Preston Smith.
They drafted Zadarius Smith. Man, they got some people, bro. You tripping?
We'll see. I mean, I don't have a dog in either fight. I'm just taking the home team because it looks good, and I like Khalil Mack.
Packers are scoring 30 points in this game. That's
Tariq Cohen gonna have 8 carries for 13 yards, and everybody's gonna wonder what the hell is gonna happen with the Chicago Bears when they can't put no damn points on the board this year. Man, they have no targets.
They're putting 30 on the Bears?
Hell yeah, they are.
Okay.
It's gonna be 30-24.
You think Mitch Trubisky's gonna put up 24 points?
It ain't gonna be Mitch though.
So you think they're gonna have a pick 6 or something, or a field goal?
Special teams. Everybody keeps forgetting. Everybody keeps forgetting about that part of the game.
You want to kick 8 field goals in?
I'm like, damn, we act like we're making mad. And I was like, so let's talk about the offense and defense. Let's just forget the special teams.
So are they gonna kick 8 field goals?
It could be a scoop and score at some point. I'm like, I think the Bears can at least put up 24 points.
Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, my thing, I haven't seen anything that's outside of Aaron Rodgers that make me stick out and say, "Oh, this is a team that's actually pretty good."
No, I mean, I'm trolling with the whole Bears thing and Mr. Trubisky, but I do think that the Packers will pull it out. It'll probably be close.
Right.
Trubisky took a step forward towards the end of the year, but I just think losing Jordan Howard now that changes the whole run offense now because it's just going to be completely different. Well, I say they ran the ball pretty effectively, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing jumps off the roster of the Packers to say that they could beat this team. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, but I don't see nobody else on this team that's going to help him.
They still got Jimmy Graham. They still got Devontae Adams.
I don't have no faith in Jimmy Graham. Devontae Adams, yes, but Jimmy Graham is falling off.
They got 2 good running backs.
I don't know their names.
Aaron Jones is really good.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is pretty decent. Dexter Williams, okay.
Decent.
I don't know him that well either. I just don't see nothing to say, okay.
I think because their defense is improved, I think that's going to help A-Rod a little bit.
Could be. I mean, I mean, you might be right, but I just don't. I don't see nothing on their side of the ball to say that okay, the Bears are going to lose to this team at home. I just don't see
I
it.
feel you.
Um,
But it is a divisional matchup. That's the only reason why it's like, go
Well,
to
there's a lot of those this week.
Yeah, there
yeah,
is.
there's a few of them. I'm actually surprised at that. Another divisional matchup. You got the Broncos and Raiders. We just got finished. We just got finished talking about the Raiders and the Broncos.
You want to hear Shocker?
I don't know what's going on because if Drew Lock's playing, I mean
He ain't gonna play.
No, I'm saying if he was playing,
if he was,
he'd be so shot he wouldn't know what to do because his coach don't care about him.
Yeah, his coach is a dickhead. I'm about tired of that guy already.
Yeah, and I can see the Raiders taking that game.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I can see the Raiders actually taking it because once again the Broncos, their defense is pretty decent, but I don't see nothing on that team to actually say they're going to beat the Raiders. They're probably going to hand the ball off a lot because their running back is pretty decent.
I see Joe Flacco throwing 3 picks on Monday Night Football like I'm used to.
See, that's another thing. I don't trust him either. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna need Philip Lindsay to do something in that game though because he's on my fantasy team. So unless I'm gonna sit his ass down,
he's going to get a lot. He's going to get a lot of touches. So I think he's going to be fairly successful, but I don't think it's going to be enough for them to beat the Raiders.
Another divisional game. We got the Giants and the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's always been a week 1 game for like at least a long time.
Man.
I
got the Cowboys. Zeke's back.
They're in Dallas. Yeah, I got the
Cowboys easily. What's his name?
Yeah,
probably,
I got Cowboys winning that one.
Eli's probably gonna be starting. They don't have many people to throw to. Daniel,
you know what though? You know what? See, here's the thing I'm scared of. Now, every time Eli has expectations, he shits the bed. But when everybody counts that motherfucker out, that's usually when he comes out and plays that one game. It's like, oh shit, Eli. So it's like
this ain't that game though.
I don't know, man.
Not against the Cowboys at home. This ain't that game.
Not against the Cowboys at home. Since when are the Cowboys a short shot at home? They lost to Colt McCoy.
No, not
at
this
home.
Not this time.
But that was some years ago.
Yeah, not this time. That front seven. They got a fairly.
And Eli's way better than Colt.
Jason Garrett.
Even though that proves your point, but
Jason Garrett's still there, man. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
As long as Jason Garrett's still there.
I think that front seven is going to dominate the Giants and
I want to say the Cowboys, but
yeah. I mean Saquon might be the only hope because they don't Daniel Jones make their receivers look good, but I doubt that he's going to be playing.
So not the last divisional game, one of the last divisional games, Redskins and Eagles.
That's going to be interesting, and I already have a clue what the first play is going to be.
Is Haskins starting?
No.
You told me.
It's Keenan.
Yeah, Keenan's gonna start. I know that.
So Keenan definitely has a chip on his shoulder because the last time he was in Philly, yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. That was like a couple of seasons ago. So, but when he was on the Vikings, but the thing that I'm worried about in this game is Jay Gruden. Because right now, he's looking like he's about to make Adrian Peterson inactive for the first week.
And is he hurt or anything?
No.
Don't y'all got
Adrian Peterson is perfectly as healthy as a running back his age can be.
Y'all got Bryson Love. I mean, not Bryce, but Geisen Love, right?
No. Love is on the pup list.
Okay.
He starts off the season on injured reserve. See, and the thing was, it wasn't about having Love in there anyway. It was about having Adrian. Honestly, it was about having Adrian Peterson, Geis, and Thompson as your 3 running backs. But they signed Smallwood, and then all of a sudden,
y'all got rid of Perrine.
Yeah, Piron's gone.
Yeah, Piron's with the Bengals now, and Dotson's gone too. Dotson's with the Vikings.
Wait a minute, why do y'all sign all these running backs?
Because Jay Gruden.
Well, no, it's not really just because Jay Gruden. It's not that we signed all these running backs. I'm like, that was the preseason, so we're gonna have a bunch of running backs that we had on the squad. But right now, Love is still injured. Love is still injured. We picked up Smallwood, but we only. It looks like we're gonna have active 3 running backs for this week 1 if Jay deactivates Adrian Peterson.
I ain't trying to be funny. I'm taking the Eagles in this game.
Hey, that was not trying to be funny. That's very realistic.
I don't know how to feel, bro. Because once again, it's a divisional.
Chris Thomas said the same thing in the chat. He said he got the Eagles.
I don't know, bro. It's a divisional match, so it's like it's always tough, especially in the NFC East. It's like every time you try to predict what happens, it just always shits the bed. So yeah. I want to say the Eagles, but then Carson Wentz can come out and have one of those few Carson Wentz games when it's like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, but then on the other side, you have Case Keenum, and
who has a point to prove.
And but then at the same time, you look at our receiving core. I'm like, we still technically don't have anybody outside of Jordan Reed that has proven themselves.
Did you agree with them getting rid of Dotson?
I'm a Redskin fan, and I don't agree with that.
I think that was a no. And with Dotson, my thing was it just seemed like for me, it just seemed like he gave up because it seemed like nobody wanted him here in the first place.
Yeah, I remember
because he was the Scott McCoolin guy.
Well, I remember you being hard on him, but now that
I'm hard on him because I'm a wide receiver. I hate 50-50 ball play from him.
Well, of course, yeah,
he's still a threat.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like when I look at the receiving core now, it's like, oh, Dotson look pretty good. Well, shit, we could look 2 years ago. Ryan Grant looks pretty good right now.
Yeah, and then 3 years ago, we had 2,000-yard receivers.
Right.
And guess who let them go? Bruce Allen let go of Garcon and Jackson. And it's just like, at least keep one of them. Oh, no, we have faith in our young receiving core. Really?
Well, so we got the Eagles. Everybody got the Eagles. So the last divisional game is the Bills and the Jets.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a shit show, bro.
I got the Jets winning that one outright.
Yeah, I got the Jets winning it, but my God,
I could see it. I could see it being like 21-7, and all the scores happen in the first quarter, and then it's just a shit show from there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if I mistakenly called them the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the middle of catching a highlight or whatnot.
Bill, there's gonna be some bullshit. There's gonna be like they're gonna score all their points in the second and third quarter, and the fourth quarter is supposed to be like some type of hype to the end of the game, and absolutely nothing happened.
Well, you know what also could happen is the Jets could just come out and straight destroy these dudes. Because now I'm thinking Le'Veon Bell, Sam Darnold taking a step forward.
Yeah,
I can see the Jets winning this like 32-7, bro.
Yeah, the game just looks so unattractive to watch.
Well, thank God. Oh shit, I am gonna have to watch that game, motherfucker.
The Ladybug says she got the dragon, so she automatically wins.
Hey, Ladybug, you know what? No, I'm just gonna.
She automatically wins. She said she has the dragon, so. They're the winners.
So going in order of what I see now, Steelers and Patriots is a night game. I'm going Patriots. I don't think there's any question in my mind.
No, the Steelers is a mess. I don't see them doing anything.
I think the Steelers will I think they'll play well, but
they'll play well throughout the season, but not this game.
The Patriots are looking so primed to have a really good season this season. I feel really good about them right now, so I'm gonna go Patriots. I won't say going away, but probably 10-point win.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Patriots.
Yeah, I say the Patriots. I think the Steelers will be okay. Week 1 is not that week that they'll look okay. Rams versus Panthers. What you think? I'm thinking the Rams are.
That is gonna be a really good game.
I think the Rams are going to run through the Panthers because I'm that serious. I'm not being funny because that pass rush of the Rams is going to get Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is not going to be that guy. I probably would not be surprised if he get hit, possibly hurt. And I mean,
wow.
No, I'm not advocating for him to get hurt, but I
know what he's saying.
The Panthers' offensive line has been trash. It really has.
Well, I think
and the Rams
signed somebody this offseason, didn't they? I don't know, bro. I have the Panthers doing pretty well this season, and I think Cam Newton has a point to prove. I think the Panthers win this actually.
No, absolutely not. Not again, no,
bro.
Nah. I got. Let me see.
I'm taking.
Yeah,
Rams.
I got the Rams winning.
I'm taking Rams on that one. That front seven against that offensive line is going to tell. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about this game. You got already had a ferocious front seven, and didn't Clay Matthews just join the team not too long ago?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no.
But the reason I see the Panthers winning is because I see in the first quarter the Rams come out and discover that they can't run the ball, and when Jared Goff has to make checks at the line, it's going to be hell on earth for him. Luke Kuechly versus Jared Goff is not a fair matchup.
Nah, I agree with you on that. That would make it interesting, but the flip side of that, who's on the Panthers going to give them the pass rush?
Kawan Short, they signed Bruce Irvin. Bruce Irvin can still rush the passer.
Irvin, yeah, that's true.
Then they got they signed somebody else. I'm forgetting off the top of my head because I use them all the time in Madden. But they could blitz Kuechly. There's some things they could do. I think the Panthers honestly pull this one out.
I can see.
I wouldn't be surprised if it went y'all's way, but I think the Panthers.
I can see that dynamic that making Jared Goff be a real quarterback. I can see that being a factor. But I'm just looking on the flip side when you actually have the defense playing against that Panthers offense. I don't trust the Panthers offense, but that would make it interesting. That would make it interesting if Goff actually has to do something. You see what happened in the Super Bowl, so absolutely, I'm with you on that one.
And we had less of a pass rush than they do. That's the funny thing. We got a better secondary though. Titans and Browns. This seems like it's gonna be a sneaky good game. I don't know.
That's a hornet's nest trap game already.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I can see Derrick Henry coming in and kind of running all over these dudes.
No, this is what I can see happen. I can see the Browns get up like 14-0, and the Titans can sneak back and beat them because the Browns.
Yeah, and I hate games like that because that just takes especially a road team doing that to you.
Right.
It just takes the air out of the fans, the stadium, everything.
Right, because you got to understand the Browns is about all this hype. And Landry get a touchdown, Odell will get a touchdown, the crowd is rocking, this, that, and the third, and the Titans will find a way to slow the game down, and the Browns will never be able to recover. It'll probably be something like 21-27.
Yeah, how about this? How about the Browns go into the fourth quarter up 14-0 and lose 17-14? Last second field goal.
Something like that. See, it's something like that because I'm not saying that Cleveland's not good enough. I'm not saying that they're just going to lose to the Ravens, but I think they're going to get ahead of themselves because look, everybody in the offseason said that we're going to beat this, that, and the third, and we're showing everybody how good we are. And the Titans say, okay, we're just going to slow the tempo down, and then we'll have an answer for that.
Fuck it, I'll take the Titans, bro.
Okay.
I'll take the Titans, yo.
I can see I'm taking the Browns, but I would not be surprised if the Titans sneak this one out because the Browns is the Browns would just be they'd be too much of themselves.
See, this is the issue. In this first week, I'm looking at these matchups, and all I see is quarterbacks with a point to prove against teams that think that it's shit already. You got Mariota who got a point to prove. You got Case Keenum who got a point to prove, and the Eagles always have just bloated fucking expectations.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, the Rams come out, they got a point to prove. So it's like, I don't know, but we'll see about that game. Ravens and Dolphins, who honestly gives a fuck?
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a wash.
Yeah. I got the Ravens in a fucking blowout, honestly, and I ain't
gonna say a blowout. I ain't gonna say a blowout, but I'll say at least.
Well, it's in Miami, so
I think Lamar Jackson will come out and destroy these dudes.
I will say Ravens will probably beat them by 14. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I'll give him at least 2 touchdowns. The Dolphins, even with Josh Rosen under center, if he was to play, it's not going to help them.
What do you think, DJ?
I think the Ravens have always had difficulty playing in Miami. They've had some of their most shocking losses have occurred in Miami. The game that got Bill Billick fired was in Miami.
That's definitely
so. I'm going to go as far as picking Miami in this game.
Okay. We got
Ryan Fitzpatrick is starting, so you got Fitzmagic going.
Yeah, I know, right?
Got all that going.
No
left tackle though.
Yeah, I know, right? I was shit. You know what? That's that. I already picked the Ravens. It might be a bit worse than I even thought about. Now that Laramie Tunsil.
The big question with the Ravens is, can they pass the ball?
I think Lamar Jackson. I think he's improved as a passer. I mean, obviously preseason is preseason, but he looked more comfortable in the pocket. So
yeah, you're right. Tonto and Kenny Stills is going. Yeah, they're going to probably win by 17, maybe even 21.
Yeah.
I don't see the Dolphins doing anything.
I'm
Falcons,
picking Miami in this one now.
Falcons, Vikings. Ooh, man.
That's going. That I can see
What's
that.
the situation with Julio?
Julio's playing. They're talking about doing a deal by the end of this week, so he's going to play. That's not a problem. I see this as a very high scoring game, 35, 31, 38, 30, 38, 34 type game. Both defenses are good, but both offenses are better than each other's defense. So every one thing I can say for sure, everybody on the Falcons is actually healthy, even Devontae Freeman. So I think everything's a go on both ends. Even Dalvin Cook, which was Devontae Freeman high school, they went to high school together and they went to college together.
Hold on, real quick. Let's go back to the Dolphins. Chris Thomas said, "What do you think the Dolphins win-lose predictions? Do you mean win-loss record for the season?"
That's a little too ahead of the game.
Yeah, because right now we're just doing week 1.
Well, me and my cousin looked at every schedule, so I think I have my prediction. I think the Dolphins go 6-10. That's me.
Wait, what do you guys think about this Falcons Vikings game?
Vikings.
I just think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I got Vikings.
You got the Vikings.
I got Vikings.
Let me look at this again because I'll probably flip a coin for this one.
I can see that.
Flip a coin.
Because it's like you got two.
It's a toss.
High-powered offenses going at it. Whose defense is going to hold up?
Right.
And I'm leaning towards Minnesota. It's a home game.
Right.
Kirk Cousins.
Here's my thing.
I don't know.
VF. I've been one to go to bat for Matt Ryan a lot, but he has that one game per season where it's like, what the fuck, Matt Ryan?
Just
Did they bring out the 85 Bears?
You saying you think it's just
no? They just did. I'm looking at the game now. They brought Jim McMahon and all them.
I'm being nice.
Yeah,
but no, I just feel like this might be the game already where it's like, Matt, what are you doing, bro?
You're preaching to the choir, bro. That's not. He doesn't have that just one game that does that. I think he'll be fine. I mean, Matt has been putting up exceptional numbers.
Oh, hell yeah.
The past 3-4 years. I mean, he's not going to be the problem that they lose. I think that he'll probably be like 33 of 41, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He'll be fine. The problem is the actual defense. I think Kirk Cousins is going to put up similar numbers. And what happens at the end of the game that, you're probably going to have Falcons going forward on 4th down. One of the receivers drop the ball.
Or they call a reverse.
Right, it's just I don't see either quarterback actually messing up in this game. I just see it where one defense is just gonna bend enough to get a stop. Like I said, I see like 35-31 type game. It could be either team because I don't see the Falcons necessarily winning this game. I don't see the Vikings necessarily winning, but I can promise you both teams going to probably end up putting up at least the minimum. Both of them be up over 28 points.
Well, we got another good game, Chiefs and Jaguars. Oof, man, that's a tough choice.
It's in Jacksonville.
Because once again, you got another quarterback out here with something to prove. It's like a trend this week. And you got the Chiefs who are coming off of a tough loss in the AFC Championship on their home field. They already said Jalen Ramsey's going to be shading Tyreek Hill all game and all, there's already the hoopla going on. I think Nick Foles comes out and he shows that he's fool's gold. And, for the first 4 games, he'll come out, oh, my God, Nick Foles, he's so good. And then, week 5, he'll go back to the same old shit. So I think for week 1, they get the good version of Foles. I think they take this one.
You think so? I think Pat Mahomes is going to light up that secondary, and the Jaguars will probably lose like 20. I mean, the Jaguars will lose probably like 27-17.
You know what the issue is for me? Is like, I can see both things being right. Like, I can see Pat Mahomes come out and destroy these dudes. And at the same time, I can still see the Jaguars winning. Like, I see Pat Mahomes putting up like 30. Well, and that one day, I can see it not being good enough against Nick Foles.
Yeah, I mean that's an indictment on the Chiefs' defense. I mean, how good as they really are. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like I watched Tom Brady set records in the Super Bowl. We couldn't stop a nosebleed, and he lost the goddamn shootout to Nick Foles.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it past Pat Mahomes, even as great as he is already, to lose a shootout, on the road.
And then they already got they picked up Shady McCoy as well, and I mean that's gonna be perfect for Andy Reid. So we're gonna see how.
Did y'all see the center just get destroyed?
Yeah.
Hey, well,
the rest of that line got destroyed too.
Y'all picked Green Bay now.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all, I tried to tell you.
Okay, come on. I'm not falling for the first part of this game. Everyone's hyped. They brought out the 85 Bears. Everybody's into it. They'll all calm down.
No, I'm gonna tell you, offensive line will never change. What you see is what you get. You never hear about an offensive line saying, "Oh, all of a sudden in the second half they got better." They are who they are.
Oh, that was a left guard that got destroyed.
But here's the thing, though,
Bills, am I wrong?
No, but here's the thing, VF. I can't remember the last game that I watched that Aaron Rodgers lost in Chicago. Now, I'm sure he's lost in Chicago.
No,
it seems like he always just balls out in Chicago.
You're right, because every time when y'all brought up this Packers-Bears game, y'all said Aaron Rodgers. I have no answer for Aaron Rodgers. My thing is, who's going to help him be great? Because if that line continues to do what they do, I don't care who you got back there. They're not going to do that. The right guard and left guard. That dude got demolished.
Yeah,
that was a left guard that got destroyed.
Yeah, he can't play like that. I don't care how good Aaron Rodgers is. That motherfucker better just hold every play or something.
Trubisky might have 3 picks in him though.
No, I agree. No, I'm not saying my whole stance was we were talking about the game initially. It was
I got you.
It was the Bears defense versus what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. And if Aaron Rodgers got time, it got a good chance. But that line cannot do shit like that. Do we have another? Do we have another game?
We got a bunch more. Let's just do all of them. We might as well.
We got like 2 more topics though. Oh damn, he dropped the ball.
No, Phil, but I mean we can just make it quick. It's not gonna be that long. Colts and the Chargers was a really interesting game until one man retired and another man decided to hold out. So this game is a wash.
No, Jacoby's gonna shock the world and beat the Chargers by 10.
Well, shit, it wouldn't be shocking. He's pretty good.
It would have been.
He's not like the third string quarterback.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not saying that Jacoby's performance is going to be shocking. I'm saying they're going to shock the Chargers and beat them by 10 because right now, let's be honest, nobody's giving the Colts a chance in general. I think Jacoby's good enough to do it, but I'm just saying they're going to shock the Chargers because they're already thinking because of Andrew Luck's not there.
Well, but here's the thing: is I look at the Chargers and say, "Fuck, I'm not giving them a chance because Melvin Gordon's out." Now, granted, I have 2 people on that team on my fantasy team, both receivers, and I picked them specifically because Melvin Gordon's sitting out. So I need them to play well, but I don't have any faith that they will. And I feel like this Colts defense has something to prove, even though they played damn good last year.
The offensive line is pretty good too.
Offensive line's really good. That was a bit too late to the party. Fucking dumbass GM. Now Andrew Luck is gone. You wanted to give him a line for 1 year of his fucking career, but whatever. I can see the Colts pulling this one out.
Yeah, I see it too. I'm gonna be honest, I do.
DJ?
I see the Colts winning.
Bengals, Seahawks.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we could just.
I'm taking Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking Seahawks. This will be interesting to see how Clowney performs.
Lions, Cardinals.
Lions.
I'm gonna take.
I'm sorry, Kyler Murray looks terrible this preseason.
That's why I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
That's exactly why I'm gonna take the Cardinals.
Larry Fitzgerald should be pissed.
Yeah.
David
Johnson should be pissed.
Chris Johnson. Chris Thomas asked, "Are we doing FanDuel this year?"
I've done FanDuel in a few years.
Me and my wife.
I don't do it.
Yeah, me and my wife does FanDuel. That's why, that's the way I got her into football because she didn't know nothing about football until I found out she could win money by doing this shit. And now all of a sudden she loves football.
That's dope.
So that's how I did it. But yeah, FanDuel is a winner always. Any other game for week 1?
2 more. Niners and the Buccaneers. I got the Niners.
Yeah, Niners.
That's
I have no faith in Jameis Winston at all.
I had no faith in neither team. I hope it ends in a draw.
In a draw.
I'm taking
not even a tie, but a draw.
It'll be 0-0.
I'm taking the Niners because of the running back. He's from Georgia Southern. He gets a W. But outside of that,
whoa.
Which was very different in Georgia Southern.
You talking about
last week's games?
You talking about Jarek?
No, Matt Breda.
I was about to say,
both of them from.
I was about to say because Jarek is on the.
Yeah, he's back on the PUP list. He might not play again, man. If his knee's still acting up.
Last game. This is gonna be a really good one. Texas and the Saints.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. I'm taking the Saints because they're home.
I can't go against the Saints at home.
But
it's gonna be a shootout.
But then again, the Saints have lost at home on week 1 before. So
I see this as a 41-35 shootout.
I think the Buccaneers beat them week 1 before. I don't think
really.
Yeah. Also,
I can't remember many games off the top of my head in their history that I've been paying attention to them that they've lost at home. Well, all the ones that I can think about that they've lost at home have been ugly losses too.
All right, let's be honest. I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm gonna be honest. The Saints at home is more of a myth than them actually playing better.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
home.
That's what I'm saying. It's always an ugly loss when they lose at home.
Like when the Seahawks play at home, they play better. When when the Steelers play at home, the Patriots play at home, what time it is. For some reason, when the Saints play at home, it's like a different type of W that they get. The one game that sticks out to me that was a loss, and I know DJ probably remembers this, just like it was yesterday, was when RG3 stomped in there and destroyed them dudes. That's another one. Exactly. Mm-hmm. There's another one.
That was like the one game that I thought about, and I'm like, damn, like that's a really bad.
Yeah, because I remember it was Fitzpatrick when he was playing for the Bucks. They ended up beating him at home too. So if Deshaun Watson just gets some protection, they got a pretty good chance.
Let me tell you something. He ain't getting no goddamn protection. They gonna give up 40 sacks this year.
Well, if you don't mind if I just
got Tonsil now.
If you don't mind if I just cut in for 1 second, I saw this play where Trubinsky got sacked, and I seen like 2 people go right past both the offensive linemen on either side. And I was like, damn, if that happened in Madden, people would be throwing their controllers and all types of
stuff. There's a bunch of shit that happens in real life, and people are just like, if it happened in Madden, I would hate it, but it happened in real life, so I can't comment. I can't comment now because I look like a fucking hypocrite. That's what happens.
Let's jump to, man.
Let's talk about
let's take that segue. Superstar KO. Y'all got any information off this? Because I have it if y'all
not want. A goddamn thing.
NFL Street has made its debut.
The description,
that's what I'm calling it. It's NFL Street.
The description of it was way too long.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. Basically, it's an online eliminator mode for Madden 20. You can play football with unique teams, unique stadium, commentary style, brand new play experience where you can
uniforms.
Fast and fun to play where every play matters. A game that can last from 30 seconds to 10 minutes. It sounds like trash. I'm not even going to go any further than that.
And I think it's like each team has one possession or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you,
that's the main shtick about it. It's supposed to be. It's that one button arcade mode that folks have been like, Madden should have that for people who don't know really much about football, that don't, that suck at the game. Go to that mode so everyone else can enjoy their football. But
why do we have an arcade mode in regular football if this is out?
Yeah, this is basically what we can describe this as. It's Superstar KO, aka a slap in the face of franchise fans.
I was just about to jump into that because they took the time to make this. I don't know how long it took, but I don't care how much time it took. You couldn't use these people with these resources to improve CFM.
Well, hey, you know what? Here's the thing. I can say it just like this. The traits were in this year. The game is basically based off the traits. We can at least say this dev cycle, they spent less time on franchise and more time on this. As a whole.
They
had to.
Because everything that you did with Mutt, you're adding modes to Mutt. but you can't even add simple shit to franchise. Matter of fact, I take it back. Franchise can't even come out with the little bit of shit it has in it working.
Why do you don't have stat tracking in franchise mode? Once you finish the Super Bowl in year one, all the stats reset themselves.
Bro, you know what I just realized? They added a new mode to MUT and took shit out of franchise. We don't even have hot streaks and cold streaks no more.
What the hell just happened? Oh, okay, never
Incomplete.
Mind. Yeah, I'm about to say what just happened.
But they added shit to MUT and took shit out of franchise. We don't even have hot and cold streaks no more.
Right.
We got a new MUT mode.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me cut it in again. Oh, okay. Now,
off his foot.
Gambler.
Wait.
The gambler trait enacted.
I'm so done.
Whoa.
No. It hit the ground.
And it could have been picked off, but no one was able to catch it.
Yeah, it hit the ground. Just barely hit the ground.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, why this mode exists, and I'm gonna tell you why it exists. This is nothing new. They're gonna find a way to monetize this bitch.
Of course they are.
They're gonna find a way to monetize this. And like I said, when I put on Twitter about the Nick Saban meme, yo, I'm gonna be quite honest. Now I know people don't want to hear this. You can forget about it when it comes to franchise improvements. I don't see nothing significant ever happen to franchise mode in Madden ever in this game unless they monetize it.
I got a question for you. What do we see first? A fleshed out franchise mode in Madden or an NBA Live with a fleshed out franchise mode?
I see Live doing it first, honestly.
Yeah, I see Live.
I could see this delay bringing a fleshed out franchise mode, and we still left with the same bullshit.
But you got to understand with NBA Live has been trying. People don't want to realize this. NBA Live has tried to make their franchise mode better from what Live 14 had up until what Live 19 had. Live 19 franchise mode is actually not that bad when you look at what they have in their franchise mode. The progression, the stat tracking, the way they set up their franchise mode is not like a game to game. It's like a week to week basis. All your games is on a week.
And one other thing, VF.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna let you get in for a second. The only problem with Live 19 franchise mode was the fact that the trade logic was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Every team accepts every trade. It doesn't matter what trade it is. They'll say yes. That's the only problem. The gameplay is whatever, but the franchise mode actually was not that bare bones as people make it seem out to be.
While we're on Live 19, can we shut the fuck up with these goddamn NBA Live fans talking about 2K stealing shit? 2K put out a screenshot of the uniform select screen, and it looked a lot like the NBA Live uniform select screen, which, might I add, is very clean and very cool. And these motherfuckers got the nerve to bitch about the fact that 2K took it. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You might not be playing Alive this year, so maybe you can use it in 2K. How about that?
Right.
Because right now we're looking at not even getting a fucking Live. And the thing that pisses me off is if we accept the fact that it's a really good feature, why can't 2K take that feature? That it's like I told somebody, it's like, fuck. I'm sitting there and I make a song that's 4 chords, and somebody else comes out with a song that's 4 chords, and I say, fuck, you're copying me. What the fuck do you mean? I mean, it's a business of putting things in the game that need to be in the game. That is a very creative way to show selecting uniforms. So it's like, why are they bitching? This is like the one thing that they hold on to. But when I tagged all of them and I said, what about when Live took right stick shooting? Them motherfuckers didn't respond.
Right.
They took right stick shooting and they even do it right.
Let's get back to this.
Madden.
So what do y'all think about the direction? I mean, I said this like back in Madden 19 or Madden 18. I said about Madden 21, if they don't find a way to monetize franchise mode, we probably gonna end up seeing this continuous be like a very slight improvement or just on a decline. What do you guys think about that?
You go, did you?
I got distracted. I got distracted because I saw this Kuznetsov meme that says he loves the first line, and he just got in trouble with the whole cocaine mess. But can you repeat the question because it was funny as hell and I got distracted. I'm sorry.
The direction of Madden.
Yeah, direction of Madden. What do you think is going?
Okay, that's what I thought I heard you say. Yeah. I think everybody could relate to that sigh. That pretty much is what I feel every time we go into a Madden season and you look at how little was done with the franchise mode, but how everything else is pretty much fleshed out and how everything leads to MUT, even like the C traits that appear in franchise. And it's like, well, that's because it was in MUT. And it's just like, I understand that MUT is your money maker, but you're supposed to have balance and be able to balance two hardcore modes. You have hardcore MUT users, you have hardcore franchise users. I'm like, to me, it's kind of one and the same, and then they overlap. So it's just like you got to provide stuff for these modes, and it just seems like with that direction where it's just like, okay, we're gonna put it in MUT first, and then it's gonna leak out the franchise. I don't like that, and that's a horrible direction to go in, and I don't see them really, drastically. Improving, and good people on that development team are going to wind up leaving because they're frustrated because they're trying to make this good game, but the overheads, the overlords, place their hand on their shoulder. It's like, nah, we need to make this cash,
right?
So as long as their overlords are like, they put their hand on their shoulder, like, look, I don't care what you was thinking, I want my money. You need to work on this. I don't care if that guy is on franchise or whatever. No, have him work on some tiny little digit in MUT. Don't worry about franchise. That's not making us money.
See, and this is one of the reasons why I've kind of strayed away from the current titles that are out now. I know 2K20 is looking pretty decent. I have my reasons with 2K, but Madden, I like Madden 20, but it's just. Once I realized that the franchise mode is just as hollow as it is, I just don't have the desire to play it. I mean, the game's not bad. Playing on the field is pretty decent. I mean, anybody say that there's Madden 20's gameplay is trash. It's like, to each his own, but I highly disagree. It's just that there's not enough there to keep me playing. Like I was saying this when I was at work earlier today. I need a game that makes me want to play. Something I want to think about playing when I'm like at work or when I'm just away from my game room. When I'm away, like I'm thinking about what I'm doing in 2K19. I'm thinking about that kind of stuff, and I just don't have that with Madden. When I play Madden, I'm like, okay, I'm about to play Madden. That's why I made my video about the game being a chore, because it just feels like these games are a chore now because they don't cater to people like us. And if they would cater to people like us or just give us something to expound upon, something for us to play, I think it'd be a perfect blend of them getting more revenue as far as game sales. I mean, people are getting game sales now just because it's a cash cow and people want to be living in a fantasy life. We just want a simulation game. I don't know. I mean, anything else y'all got with this?
I feel about Madden the same way females feel about fat niggas in the winter. and y'all know where I'm going with this. See, that's the thing. Chicks only hit up fat niggas in the winter because they need them to keep them warm. They want some company. As soon as March and April hit, they find that 6-foot nigga that they're fawning after. So for me, Madden holds me over till August 31st. And once August 31st hits and it becomes 2K season, it's unfortunate, but they always get left in the fucking cold because they leave themselves in the cold with the shit that they do in the development of this game.
Yeah, they fucking themselves up with this.
The fact that they go uncontested in August has become a crutch now.
Well, and for me, the fact that they seem like they go uncontested in August and still get left.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they go uncontested in August. There's no other major sports releases. Then September comes around, which they used to be safe in September too, because 2K used to come out first week of October, second week.
Yeah, it'd be like the second week of October. Then games just come out.
They moved their release up a full month, and
which
now
is probably affecting having more of an impact on the bugs that come out, because when you not to say they're shortening a cycle, they pretty much started earlier on the back end just to make up for it. But the fact that your crunch time is a lot sooner than what you were used to do, then it's just like you have all these bugs, glitches, and whatnot that they can't take care of in due time.
Well, and the other thing is the fact that this year is the first year that I can honestly look and say, damn, that was a major leap in gameplay with 2K.
That's the frustrating thing about it. You can say that with 2K. You can even say that with Madden 20.
You definitely say with Madden 20.
You know what I'm saying?
But 2K20, it's interesting because we talk about the dev cycle when we talk about the earlier cycles, and that kind of was where this whole degeneration of their gameplay started. To be quite frank. Was when they started pushing up the release date, but as far as Madden, that's how I feel. It's the fat bitch that gets me through the Tuesday with snow, and then Wednesday I'm looking at Serena, and Serena right now is 2K. So Madden,
I saw that picture when the lady was trying to interview Serena. She was by it's amazing how the parallel between women's bodies are. It's
crazy.
It's just phenomenal that, and I'm not saying this just to be funny about Serena. I'm just talking about women in general. Mm-hmm. They are beautiful creatures. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from the white lady because some people like that. Yeah. Some people like that kind. I mean, that's fine. But when you just look at the contrast between the two, it's just, my God, it is. Women are just incredible.
It's a stark difference.
Right.
And then you go ahead and you see why you hear all the name calling, the insults and whatever, because it's out of pure jealousy half the time.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Madden just, as far as franchise is concerned,
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, as far as Madden goes, I mean,
we don't got it, bro. We're never gonna get it. If we get it, it will be at the sacrifice of something else.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been trying to find a, DJ heard me say this 20 times. I've been finding I got a collective group of games that I've been playing. And my main thing is I just been trying to find that one NFL game, because I got the college football game. I got the college basketball game. I got the professional basketball game. It's been hard for me to find the football game. I've been jumping from 2K5. I've been jumping from Madden 08. I've been playing Madden 25 lately. It's like I just need a group of games where I could just play and just go in and just have fun. I'm sick and tired of these games that's coming out and they keep getting altered for other people, and the people who want the hardcore football, we're getting left out in the cold, or they're altering shit to mess up what we have. I just want my games untouched, so when I go play it, I don't have to worry about no bullshit. I just want to play the games. So it's like now.
Wait, hold on. All right, now look. Okay, Doug Thomas. I'm not being mean. I'm being factual. You know that chicks only hit fat niggas up and vice versa when it's cold outside, or it's raining, or there's something that makes them the last resort. Maybe she's cooking that night. Either way, there's something that makes her the option that night.
Bill's gonna start a new podcast called Love and Relationships.
Ew, what the hell was that?
We're gonna talk about the bitch mindset.
No, I'm not going there with you. I'm not going there with you.
Oh no.
We're not about to talk about the guy who sits at the table with dry ass pancakes and try to tell you about relationships. We're not doing
and breaking in people's houses.
Right.
In an empty ass cup.
Right. You're not doing that, but like what Rome was saying. I mean, I think we need, and this is the thing I was talking about with the slider set. We as a simulation community should not have to continue to jump from game to game, year after year. We need to just go ahead and get a collective slider set, and we use that with one game, kind of similar to what NCAA football is doing. Those guys over there continue to make rosters. They play the game. They have a collective community. They're in their own bubble, and everybody gets along. The problem is you have people who get the new game, always trying to find problems with the new game, and they want to cause a rift between everybody because they want to get ahead of each other instead of everybody just wanting to play a game and have their own collective ideas come together and for us to be prosperous in that way.
Well,
And
I think social media Mike is going to cause the downfall of 2K in the coming years too.
you know what? That's another.
Let's
topic.
jump into it.
No. That's another topic for another day. I'm not getting.
Let's jump into it. We got NBA 2K20 and NHL 20 expectations.
As far as expectations, I'm not touching Mike Wing.
That's part of expectations.
That's a part of it, but I'm not. I am not touching Mike Wang tonight. That could be my. That sounds terrible. Didn't it? Wow, that sounded terrible.
Yeah, I was like,
awful.
I was like, wait, if you're not touching him tonight, then how about tomorrow?
Oh boy, that sounded terrible. I'm not messing with that topic. I'm not messing with that tonight. I'm not messing with that. But we can jump into 2K20 and NHL.
Let's jump into it.
Yeah, let's jump into that. But what Mike Wang is doing is a tragedy to that game. That franchise don't deserve that. But y'all go ahead because I haven't touched either game, so y'all can go ahead.
Well, I haven't touched neither one of them.
Well, you played the demo though, right? You played the demo for
the demos,
that's a different.
Can't really.
That's different. Yeah,
well, I can talk about NHL first.
Right.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I was a bit disappointed because I find myself doing the same slider adjustment, and it's because they didn't fix the goddamn defensive AI. DJ, same problem this year. On Pro, they don't identify when somebody's carrying the puck into the zone. They bunch up and get into like hordes. Like they'll bunch up and then they'll start puck chasing. That's what happens on All-Star. Then Pro comes and then they don't identify when somebody's carrying the puck into the zone and they get into an area where it's like, all right, bro, he's like in a prime area to score. At least poke check, do something. It's like it's frustrating because there's no happy medium between All-Star and Pro without sliders. There's just not. It's sad, but it's just there's no happy medium. No, I do like the fact.
I'm gonna be honest with you. NHL had that problem ever since this generation.
Yeah, dude. There's no happy medium. It's like
no medium. Once you go to that next level of difficulty, the motherfuckers will demolish you.
Bro, it's awful. It's like the happy medium on 2K between just Hall of Fame bullshit and Pro being too easy is All-Star. You put it on All-Star, you'll get a great experience. You'll get a bit of a challenge. If you tweak some sliders, you'll get a great challenge. On NHL, it's just like I'm playing on Pro right now, but I have so many slider adjustments to make this computer identify threats when you're carrying the puck into the zone, and it's frustrating.
And like I said, once you take it up one notch, well, they know everything.
Yeah, but once you go on All-Star, it's ridiculous. It's taking shots from the fucking blue line, and it's crazy.
It's not even NHL 20. I've been dealing with this at least since NHL 18.
That's what I'm saying. It's been the same. It's nothing changed this year as far as the AI is concerned. And also, DJ, another thing, when you're trapped by the defense, your teammates don't make any effort to get into open space.
See, this is another reason.
And that's a dynamic thing. I get that they have the strategies. I completely get that. And I like the strategies, and they work. But when it comes to adjusting on the fly and you get trapped and now it's time for somebody to break off their route and come back and get into an opening for you to get the puck out, they don't do it.
See, this is why I still play NHL 14. That's a very balanced game.
Yeah.
It's a very balanced game on PS3. I still love it. DJ, were you about to say something?
Yeah. Because obviously I'm like I I agree with Bills. We sat and have talked about it many times, but then there's a divergence when I play, and it just seems like I don't find myself frustrated with certain aspects of it. Like, okay, there are times where I do see where the AI, they bunch up and stuff like that, but then it's just like, and you said it, Bills. I'm able to use the correct strategies to mitigate all that. And that's how I'm able to, because I use the tools that I tend to use the tools on the ice, on the fly, that can adjust that. Like, I look at the type of pressure you can apply. It's puck side attack. That to me seems like that is prone to people bunching up and people puck chasing, because you're attacking the puck carrier in the offensive zone versus when you're playing normal contained puck. I
feel you, DJ. It would be fine if it was my team doing it. It's the computer doing it, which makes it
that's what I'm
for me.
That's what I'm saying. The computer is also changing strategies. They may be on, but you don't. But the thing is, you kind of don't know. You kind of have to identify certain triggers in what the computer is doing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but at the same time, and then I understand your frustration with how having to make the same type of slider adjustments. I make them along with you and then some. I make it so I can play a 20-minute real-time full game and not have to, and even to the point where I adjust the penalty sliders, and I think I hit jackpot once again with the penalty sliders.
Right.
Because I have the quick setting, the rules penalty at full bore, 4 out of 4, whatever it is. And then
they have it that way this year by default.
Right. And then what it is that I had all the penalties that could be called to 1.
Oh, that's a flag.
And I hiked the CPU and the teammate sliders all the way up to 100.
Yeah.
So I can pinpoint that it's only when you hike up those actual penalties called, like tripping, holding, cross-checking, when you start hiking those up, that's when they really start calling it. Like
it's like 2K.
So it's just like, okay, well, where's the happy median so that you're not getting like the same penalties being called? You have penalties that are missed and so on and so on. And that's why I was just like, okay, good. Because having it at 100, the players are doing the things to get the penalties called.
Yeah.
Versus if you have it by default, they'll barely do anything.
Well, see, here's the other issue that we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
man, I swear, man, both of these offensive lines are fucking trash.
Yeah, they are.
Good God.
So the issue I'm finding, we talked about this year, and you hit me to it. Mm-hmm. Well, last year when the attribute effects were down to 1 or 0, the game played amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This year, when you put it on 5, it plays damn good. Anywhere under 5 or over 5 is like a shit show. So it's weird. Now where I got rid of my frustration was, I remember what I did last year, and I told you about this. I put the hit power for the computer all the way up to 100. Then what I did was,
oh my God.
After I put the hit power up to 100, I then kind of put the effects with each hit, like how they factor in. I basically put those down so that you didn't have huge hits like from a standstill position and things like that. Mm-hmm. So then what ends up happening is when you adjust the hit power, it actually ends up making them more aware of when you're coming through the zone. They get more adamant about stopping you. They get a sense of urgency. So I'm fine with the game the way it is now. It just sucks that they haven't touched the offensive or defensive AI, because FIFA benefited from having the offensive guys on your team realize when you need somebody to fill an open space for you to pass the ball. So that's just my issue with NHL. They really need to overhaul that AI.
So go ahead, DJ. My bad.
My whole thing, and just to get away from the sliders and the gameplay, My big thing is I'm excited to see how the franchise mode is going to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
That's one thing I'm actually intrigued to see,
because the fact that there's a coaching carousel in that game, and the fact that you have they don't have the official coaches. That's the one thing that some people say, oh, that's an eyesore, but they kind of like mitigated that this year with the coaching carousel, and the fact that they have over 300 fictional coaches with their own strategies. I'm like, even to the point where they either run all 4 lines, they'll run 3 lines, or they're top heavy. Like you'll see, it seems like you're going to see a difference in teams according to what their coaching style is. And then on top of that, you have players that retire and they can become coaches. So then as the franchise goes on, you'll see actual official faces with their face scan, everything on the sideline, coaching. And then on top of that, you have line chemistry. They brought that back, and I just can't wait to try all that out.
Part of me questions how this game would play differently if I made a roster, but to be quite frank, I don't think I'm gonna spend enough time with the game to even do that. So there's no point in me really even doing it. Like I kind of want to go in and see what ratings they have, but beyond that, I can't see myself like sitting down and making a roster.
My thing, I don't think that this is an issue with doing that. I think NHL is good enough that you don't have to do that. I think they just really need to tweak their AI and difficulty.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's been going on for this is NHL 20. Like I said, at least I know of at least NHL 18.
It's like there's no reason why.
That's literally like the only thing that's wrong with the game.
It's like there's no reason why on Pro they play how they would play in real life, minus having just rock for fucking brain.
Yeah, it's like they play like they're supposed to. They don't have the AI to adapt and adjust.
And then on All-Star,
All-Star, it's like, no, you're not beating us. This is the
right. They're taking shots from every goddamn where. And
see, that's where I thought attribute effects actually nullified all that.
It nullified it.
When I did that, it, like I said, it was more team-oriented play, so they would pass the puck around. Like I was, and then also it has to do with the fact what also contributes to it is your defensive positioning, and then there's also sliders that you can set to have your players positioned in certain ways. Like you can have your players in position to cycle the puck more versus being ready to shoot and stuff like that.
So that's the thing with All-Star this year. Like, I'm really getting better at NHL, especially on defense. Like I can feel myself getting better. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's more of an eyesore, but on All-Star, some of the passes they do are like far more unrealistic than on Pro.
Unrealistic and very accurate.
Like they do this like between the legs pass like constantly. You very rarely see like a 2-line pass like that. They'll do a 2-line pass. It's just like, but on Pro they pass the puck around realistically, and when it's time to dump it, they dump it. Mm. So that's the issue. Is just there's such a drop off in AI from one difficulty to another, and I haven't. Oh wow, what are you doing, Trubisky?
And he dropped it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm gonna chalk this up to Week 1 jitters. Everybody's playing like ass right now.
Well, that's Darnell. Is that?
Wait a minute. Is Clinton Dix?
No, he's a Bear. No, he's a Bear.
I know he's with the Bears. I'm just saying.
He was out there earlier.
He might be.
Oh, he was out there earlier. I saw him out there earlier.
Oh, okay, that's funny. So he's playing against his former team.
Yeah, as far as NHL 20, for anybody who's listening, if you've never paid attention to any of this shit, it's a good game. But for folks like us who pay attention to the AI a lot, it's just like
I think at the end of the day, NHL is no different from what it was in the last 3 or 4 games. It's very good games. I mean, I fell in love with 18 so much I didn't want to play 19, but I know 19 was better, and then 20 is better. The game's not bad. My thing is, it's just basic. Just fix the AI, make it be a little bit more realistic, and have the AI a little bit more smarter. It shouldn't be one extreme to the next.
And that's just something they have to program as far as the awareness on all. Because that's the thing, they have AI learning as far as defense is concerned and learning where you want to carry the puck and things like that. It's
Mhm.
just the base AI of your proximity to the net that is the issue. But it's not even so much with my team. It's just against the CPU. I just feel like I'm stealing sometimes on pro.
Doug Thomas, if you decide to get NHL 20, you're not losing out.
No, definitely not.
I can recommend the game. I haven't even played it, but I already know that based on their past, it's a buy. But you just have to be mindful of the difficulty that you play it on. It's gonna be times where you're gonna feel like you're blowing the team out.
Yeah.
And when you're playing on another difficulty, you feel like you can't score worth a damn. What about NBA 2K? What are you guys' expectations for that game?
It's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another crazy year. And it's
they're
gonna
gonna
be
talk-
It's gonna be a lot of hurt people because their other basketball game is not going to be available anytime soon,
And you know,
at all.
You know another thing?
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of what's happening as far as Mike Wang is being a little bit overblown as far as the future is concerned. For this game, because but the true sign of that is they said they already nerfed quick first step, so I'm gonna check that out as soon as I get the game tomorrow. Because that'll be the true indication. I don't really care about all this shit people are talking about with the shot meter. They can do whatever they want with the shot meter because I don't use it. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
I'm more so what a damn pass that was. I'm more so worried about the movement and if they're gonna nerf the movement and if they're gonna nerf the defense, because those things I'll really have to go into a roster and fix. I'm making a roster anyway, but it's gonna be 20 times faster this year. I'm amped for it. WNBA franchise got more improvements. What else is new? Presentation has looked to get a little bit of a bump. Graphically, it looks. I mean, I didn't think 2K could get much better graphically, but Jesus Christ, they finally got Westbrook's face right. This might be the year, bro. I don't know.
Well,
but yeah,
I have no doubt that 2K20 is gonna be a good game at all. You know, I mean, I just like 19 so much. I don't see myself pulling away from it.
I feel
But
it.
you know, I'm definitely here for what.
Oh, Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's at the game?
What game? The Bears game?
Yeah, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Oh shit, that's great.
Yep, they're at the game.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen when 2K actually drops and people actually play it, and you know, I don't see nothing crazy going on like they do in Madden, because you know a lot of people revere 2K or whatever. That was a nice catch, Jimmy Graham. I mean, it was a toss.
Yep, touchdown. There we go.
Yeah, it was a toss. So he was like the biggest guy in the crowd. That was easy, but you know.
Yep, the gambler.
Yeah, I mean, he literally threw it up there, and they're like, the defense, like, I'm too small.
Yeah, as far as they've done a lot of little things. Like they've basically minimized the time I have to spend editing accessories and all that shit that a lot of people might not care about. So I mean, it's just it's good. Everything they've done this year has been an improvement so far in my eyes. So tomorrow's gonna be the real indicator.
All right.
Oh, I see the video now, DJ.
Yeah, it's like the Chicago defense gave him that touchdown. Like it's like three guys there, like looking like, okay, the ball's going over my head.
2K20 Gears Ghost Recon. Gears I'm gonna pass on because I didn't beat the last one. I got to get Call of Duty even if it's not on the PS4.
Hey, VF, I'm gonna share something in the private. You're gonna have to share what I'm about to send you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean all these other games that are outside of sports are like looking really good right now. So I'm here for that.
Yeah, like Gears, like I really don't want to buy it because I didn't finish the last one, so I want to finish the last one first. I just got into Gears in the last iteration because I never really fucked with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on the screen.
Nah,
No, you trying to get this damn podcast flag, yo. I'm
Hold
not,
on, I
No,
want to
we
see.
wouldn't
Hold
get
on.
flagged. It's
no. That's too close. I'm not.
I can't even.
what do you mean that's too close?
I can't even click this. Hold on.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's too close. You're gonna get me flagged, yo. I'll just copy it for everybody else to see on their own. I'm not putting that on the screen.
Hold on. I'm about to look at this shit right now.
Here you go, Pooh. You got it. There you go. I'm not putting that on the screen. You trying to get me fucking flagged. That's way too close. I'm not doing that.
Yo!
Yeah, I'm not putting that on the screen. Bills, you agree with me, right?
Yo! DJ trying to get us kicked off air for good.
Right, exactly.
That's a whole helmet.
Man, I'm on my Dave Chappelle stuff. I'm trying to get canceled.
Well, anyway, Ghost Recon does look really good. I did want to talk about that, but I do want to add those type of topics to a possible Tuesday show, quote on possible Tuesday show.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are with it, so we'll talk about like games outside of the sports stuff.
All right, you know what, Romy Rush? I'll just tell you exactly what it was.
No, he saw it.
Oh, you saw it. Okay,
He saw it.
Yeah, Ghost Recon.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on the screen. No. I'm sorry, Ladybug. I'm not doing that.
Ghost Recon gonna be
Yeah, I mean the beta is out. If you pre-ordered it already, the beta is out for today up until the 10th or something like that.
I didn't pre-order this shit.
I didn't pre-order it either. I just found out that the beta was open if you pre-order. I found out yesterday. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Gears is fun in the group setting. I absolutely agree.
I got Gears because I got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so I'm going to play it.
That's the only reason I got it. I didn't pay for the motherfucker.
Yeah, so and let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. This Xbox Game Pass Ultimate shit, that shit really got my PlayStation like looking sad right now. Yo, don't get me wrong, PlayStation got some good games, but the quality of games that you're getting, and it's another topic we talked about in DM, is it worth it? You get a lot of good shit for this Game Pass. I highly recommend it if you have a PC. Hell, even if you got the OG VCR looking original Xbox One, I highly recommend getting it.
Game Pass got PS4 looking suspect right now, and Xbox inability to stream on fucking YouTube got my damn Xbox looking fucking suspect right now.
I'm like dead ass serious. I'm like, don't get me wrong. Oh, that was a hell of a catch. Wow,
that was a hell of a throw.
Okay, but my thing is
y'all slightly ahead of me because it just happened.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, PlayStation got the exclusive. They got some great first-party games, good single-player experiences. But when you're talking about just straight games that you could just download, $15 a month, yo, you can't beat that. That is a fantastic deal. And there's not no Netflix bullshit. And you can download these games. So I highly recommend it. I mean, even if you got a PC, I mean, you get the games as well. So you don't have to have an Xbox to get it. So, but like I said, those type of topics I want to talk about if we decide to expand to another episode. Like we can talk about other games outside of Madden and 2K and NHL or all this bullshit that they're killing us on when it comes to franchise.
Hold on a second.
What's up?
This dude Tramon Williams still out here clamping people?
Yep.
Yo.
yeah.
This man been around forever.
Yeah, I think that was a bad throw about your.
And as I say that, they put up the oldest active defensive back in the league.
No, Doug Thomas, I'm dead serious, man. Go get Xbox Game Pass. It's well worth it. The games on there, like you get Blair Witch that just came out. You're getting Gears. The Gears just coming out. They got some other stuff that's coming out that's brand. You get like new games. You're not getting like a bunch of old shit. I highly recommend it, but like I said, for another day, we definitely want to jump on non-sports gaming topics on another episode. But
I have a stream-friendly tweet I can put out.
Okay,
it just reemphasizes the fact that the gambler is in full effect.
But if it's at the end of the day, it's totally up to you guys. If you want to see another episode throughout the week, I want to go to 3 episodes a week. But 2 is great. It doesn't matter. I know these guys are pretty cool with it, but I think there's more to our content to just talk
Oh,
about. I mean, we're all
In what world did they think that was going to work?
why is Cordero
That's what I'm saying.
What the
And they
fuck
faked
is
like they was doing a
right
jet
now?
sweep with the running back at wide receiver. Yeah, they were trying to do some misdirection bullshit. That didn't work.
What kind of crackhead y'all got back here calling plays?
And it was holding.
terrible. That was terrible.
Wait, so Romy, so you're from Cleveland. Are you a Cleveland Browns fan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, there's going to be a delay for him to respond.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying.
Anything else y'all got? You know.
We gonna stream this whole game?
No, absolutely. No. I got to work tomorrow. I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be up damn near midnight talking about this.
You said they saw what the Pats were doing. Don't even bring that bullshit over here, fam.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was a good punt. Damn good punt.
Until somebody. Okay.
But
he's a Browns fan.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see at least one extra episode a week, let us know. We're down for it because, like I said, there's other games we want to talk about, and I know, in the beginning of this podcast, when it was at episode 1, we wanted to do that, but we didn't know how it was going to be received. So, outside of that, I'm all for it because there's plenty other games I want to talk about, especially with Game Pass. I've been in the Game Pass all week, and it's been a great experience of gaming for me. But anyway, y'all got anything else? Nay?
Yeah, I don't really have anything other than I'm gonna continue to explore space while being black.
Yeah, No Man's Sky, right?
Yep.
That's cool. Bills, what you got?
Yeah, man, just excited for 2K tomorrow. Nothing else to really say.
Yeah.
PES next week, but I ain't getting it because Xbox a piece of shit. Doesn't have the option file, so. Thanks, Pooh. Good looks, bro. But yeah, Xbox sucks and they don't have the option files, so there's no point in getting PES because they still don't have certain teams licensed. So I'm gonna have to wait for FIFA, who hasn't released any gameplay. And
I think FIFA is under a lot of scrutiny because of their loot boxes. They really don't want to put anything out there right now.
Yeah.
That's been a real big problem because after what happened with them kids, they ran up like almost $500-$600 on their mom's account. We talked about that. Even though the parents, we all agree that it's parental, is a parental issue. It don't look bad. Don't look good on their part. So they're kind of falling back a little bit. So.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I didn't even think about it. We almost forgot. 2K ain't shit for that gambling that's in their game. I think that's probably what you were kind of talking about, but
see, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want to put it on this episode. Those are the type of things
we might as well. We haven't even gone 2 hours yet.
No, but I'm just saying those are the type of things I want to talk about on the other episode. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Though the stuff that's outside of us critiquing the games. I mean, I don't have a problem talking about it right now, but I'm just saying those are the type of things I want to talk about on the other episode. Those type of things.
So you're gonna pull a Jaros.
No,
companies out here.
Anyway, what
goddamn games?
Honestly, before we go, what do y'all think about that blatant slot machine that's in 2K20?
Yeah,
it's out of sight, out of mind.
It's not even. I
can get it though.
Yeah,
I get what people are saying about it.
Honestly, I won't be playing that mode. I haven't played that mode. Haven't touched it. I'm like I'm like a unicorn right now when it comes to these game modes that people find themselves in or get trapped into playing. I have not touched a single thing of Ultimate Team, My Team, whatnot. I totally disregard anybody who critiques anything while they're playing My Team, Apex. And and anything that says arcade or competitive while they're downing gameplay for Madden, I totally disregard that. Those that make money off of critiquing Madden every year, Moody, I disregard. It's like a whole bunch of stuff that
you out here dropping names like Cameron.
I'm just saying.
My thing is with that, and that's a different topic for another day. Is like when you are doing those type of things, how genuine you are actually at these games. Like, is it about the money or is it about the love of playing video games? Now I walked into YouTube with the love of playing video games. This is why I would critique Madden when I was on the old channel, because I wanted a better game. I can give a damn about getting monetized for that. I just wanted a better game. Now I don't mind monetizing this podcast because that's a totally different format from us actually just preying on people or manipulating people to say, hey, this game is bad. I want all the views, compared to we want views because we want to fellowship with everybody who listens to us.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's a totally different situation. And it's not just, somebody like Ryan Moody. There's other people who do this on a regular basis that aren't as extreme as that. You got
Hey, remember, Moody already warned you not to talk shit.
All right, whatever. All right, whatever.
But he already warned you, yo.
He can't throw hands while on crutches.
But this is the reason why I made this podcast, because this podcast is about talking about these games, but at the bare minimum, we want the direct feedback from the people who listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you to say, listen to everything I say, or I got some shocking content you need to look at, so you could be all riled up. I want everybody who listens to us to enjoy these games just as much as I enjoy them. I'm not here to be mad at a company. Now, I would disagree with what companies are doing, just like what we were saying.
Wait, hold on. Pooh. Same energy, because remember, you had your feelings all in a bunch just, last week?
Yeah,
you're talking about fuck 21?
Yeah,
wow. Same energy, dude. Same energy.
He was in his. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it, but he had him in a bunch. I just put it like that. But like I said, we want you guys to actually fellowship with us and celebrate playing games. We want these games to be better, but we're not here for that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just it finds it. I think one thing before I close out, I think, as much as I like his content, I think Angry Video Game Nerd fucked it up for everybody. Once he came on the scene and started being mad at these games and being successful at it.
Oh, you talking about Angry Joe?
No, not Angry Joe. I'm talking about everybody who's trying to find negative shit in games all the time. Angry Video Game Nerd started this shit when showing off bad games, and everybody thought it was cool, and everybody wanted to follow in those footsteps. And I'm dead serious. That's the type of stuff that we're seeing now. Everybody's just putting their own little spin on it. Oh, this game's bad, so I'm gonna show everybody how bad the game is, so everybody can get riled up.
And the sad thing is, it's like they point out all these discrepancies with the game and stuff like that, and they don't tell you how to make it better, how to mitigate a lot of this stuff that you see get pointed out, and then they get mad when it's just like, well, there's video proof of this. Well, did they also tell you that you could possibly fix that on your own?
Even if a game has a problem, we try, all three of us, we try to mitigate that situation by actually trying to make it better. We just did that with NHL 20.
I was about to say, we just had a full-length discussion about a game, and folks will look at that and say, well, I guess I'm not buying it, because they said, no, we said a lot of shit.
Like, look, NHL 20 has its issues with the AI, but we DJ and Bills just came up with tons of solutions to try to fix it. We're here trying to celebrate playing games, not being mad at games.
Well, here's the most important part.
On top of that, if things get to that point where the game's just that bad, we'll tell you straight up, don't play the shit. Nobody's here playing NBA Live right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when MAG came out all those years ago, I wouldn't urge anybody to play that game.
Bills, what you about to say? You gonna get bullshit, man.
I forgot what I say.
What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you coming through, Optimus.
Jesus Christ.
But
I mean, we don't tell you based on our dislikes of a game, hey, you shouldn't buy this game. And we don't try to create that perception. We always want you to create your own interpretation. We always want you to try it if there's a demo available, EA access, any of that. That's our advice to you. If we're going to give you any advice other than just our opinion of the game, it'll be try it if you have any way to try it for free.
And I'm going to tell you right now, if it gets to the point where I tell you not to try it, then I'm going to tell you not to try it.
Now, if we tell you don't even bother, then it's a shit show.
Right. But I mean, we're not going to sit here and continuously tell you how bad the game is over and over again. I'm not doing that. But um, Tuesdays, we're really still talking about making at least do a extra episode on Tuesdays, and where we could talk about outside of sports and like there's a lot of other games coming out that we want to talk about. So like I said, I see the feedback. You guys are really receptive to that extra episode. I'm not saying it's going to happen like right away. We're just going to get our ducks in a row and try to get that together. As far as uh next week, we're going to talk about Mike Wang and the way he has dealt with the NBA 2K20. Even if he backtracks and actually be on the up and up, we're going to talk about that as well. But as of right now, he's catering a little bit too much. Hopefully that'll change. Um, I'm also going to talk about everything that happened week 1. We're going to talk about a little bit more college football. We didn't touch on that at all this week, but there was a lot of good college football last week, and it's
and a lot of things that weren't really shockers in my opinion, like FSU collapsing.
Yeah, and we want to talk about a lot of that as well. So, any just one more time, anything else you guys got? And I'm gonna put up this advertisement, and then we can go.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had your advertisement. I don't really have anything else. I'm just watching this game and watching the gambler get turned on and off throughout this game. So, all the people that had a problem with that being an X Factor trait, right now,
it's looking
real life good. Is throwing up a big middle finger.
Yeah, it's looking really good right now, right?
Right. It can go the other way. That's the way the gambler works.
Bills, you already know our situation, how we felt about it. We just don't want it to get exploited.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bills, what you got it in?
Nothing really. I mean, it's been another good episode in the can. Thanks to everybody who showed up. We're kind of having a drop in viewership a little bit, but
it was expected, though.
This was expected.
Yeah, it was expected.
That's another reason why we're trying to jump to another, not necessarily jump to another day, but add another day.
But he said, "Don't compare AB to Brown." Okay, that's the same person. Anyway,
what you expect?
To Owens, that's
hold
what
on. What do you expect? It's Pooh. What you expect, man?
I mean, that's a different conversation for another day. We can maybe discuss that next week, but another good episode to can. Thank you for everybody that came through.
Yep.
Make sure you subscribe to my music channel. No point in subscribing to that dead ass channel that is my video game channel. And that's it.
Oh yeah. If y'all can subscribe to my channel.
Yes. Oh, and another free plug. Subscribe to B5's channel. He puts out some good content as far as Madden videos playing in broadcast view. He's one of the best people I've seen playing broadcast view.
Yeah, he's been on that broadcast view thing for like at least the first year it came out.
He's really good at it.
He's been on it for a while. He really has.
Oh, and also another plug, Romy Rush. He's been in the chat. He's been really active, and he has a channel that he's looking to grow. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, y'all just click his name and subscribe.
Yep, just click his name and hit subscribe.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna put Bill's channel in the link. I mean, in the chat, so you guys can catch that. And next week, I definitely will put his link in the description. And that's Bill's channel right there. So, all right, we're going to be going, and we're going to talk a little bit behind the scenes about this next extra episode and see how that goes. And next week we will see you guys. Oh, one more thing. Let me do this real quick. This for you, Rome. If you guys are interested in your intros for your channel, I highly recommend Intro Champ. The link is in the description, where they have high quality intros for your videos and your live stream. So check that out. And anytime you purchase a intro from there, we get a small kickback. So it does help the channel out. Trust and believe you will enjoy and you will love these intros. They're very high quality. They're really well made, and you can customize it the way that you want to. Once again, the link is in the description. That is Intro Champ. And with that being said, we are done. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Peace.